you have been thinking about buying properties in Nigeria, specifically in Port Harcourt, but then you see property prices and you just feel discouraged, maybe because you feel like it is a lot of money or it's not the kind of money you can let go in one go, then this particular video is for you. I'm going to show you how you can easily own properties in Nigeria, specifically in Port Harcourt, how the payment plan structure works, and also the mistakes you should avoid when using payment plan to pay for a property. If you're meeting me for the very first time, my name is Josie Nnadi. I'm a realtor based here in the city of Port Harcourt, and I help Nigerians in Nigeria and Nigerians abroad buy land and houses safely in Port Harcourt, especially the ones that make them money and increase their wealth over time. Now let's get right into the video of the day. How does payment plan work in Port Harcourt? First of all, who offers this payment plan? The payment plans are usually offered by developers. And why do they do this? It is so it can be easier for Nigerians to own properties. You know, it's not everybody that can get 20 million naira at a go or 100 million naira at a go to protest properties. And also, mortgage plan in Nigeria is so expensive. So the alternate options that developers now use to help Nigerians own property easily is the payment plan structure. It is also to make it easier for 9 to 5 workers, salary earners to own properties even as they earn salaries without putting so much pressure on your pocket. It is also to help Nigerians abroad. I get a lot of people come into my DM. They'll be like, if you give me like 6 months, 12 months, I can easily get this money. But if you tell me to pay it once, even the country I am in, they will not allow, they will flag me and all that. So we understand this concern, and that is why developers provide payment plan options so that you living abroad, working so hard, can also own something back home. It is also for business owners. Business owners need capital for their business. It is not always easy to bring out a bulk money at once to buy a property. But using the payment plan structure, business owners can easily get properties without putting a whole lot of capital up front. Now, how does this payment plan option work in Port Harcourt? Let's say a property is sold for like 50 million naira. A payment plan option gives you an opportunity to pay an initial deposit. The initial deposit is for you to secure your slot in that property, be it a house or land. Sometimes you are told to make an initial deposit of between 10 to 30% of the cost of that property. You lock in your slots and then you can begin paying monthly installments depending on a particular plan you go for. Say a property is sold for 50 million naira and you are required to make a 30% initial deposit. That means you will pay 15 million naira upfront. Now, what is now remaining in the total cost of the property will be around 35 million naira. This 35 million naira will now be spread across the number of months you decide to pay off. So say you decide to pay for like 12 months, you'll be required to make 2.9 million naira deposit every single month. You see how easy a 50 million naira property is now easily accessible with the payment plan option. Now, there are different types of payment plan. There is the short-term payment plan, the longer-term payment plan, and also a construction stage payment plan. Now, the short-term payment plan is between 6 months to 12 months. And the good thing about this one is that there is a smaller interest rate attached to this payment plan. The longer-term payment plan is usually between 18 months to 24 months. The thing about this is that you have a lower amount of money you pay on a monthly basis. However, there is usually a higher interest attached to a long-term payment plan, mostly because of the inflation. Now, when it comes to the construction stage payment plan, it is usually for developers that are doing off-plan projects. You pay based on the stage of development of that particular property. Now, why this is very important is for accountability sake and also for transparency. Now, this is what nobody tells you about a payment plan option. And these are the particular mistakes you must avoid. Yes, it is very easy for you to own a property with a payment plan option. But if you make this mistake, it can become a debt instead of being a way for you to easily own properties. One is not reading the payment plan contract before going ahead to pay. When it comes to payment plan, Each developer have their own way of doing things. You need to know the terms and conditions of every payment plan option before you go into it. To avoid, oh, I wish they told me this thing before I started paying. Read the payment plan contract. The second thing is when you start paying for a property, you are not consistent with your monthly installments. A payment plan option is supposed to be beneficial to both sides. It's supposed to make it easier for you to own a property. It's also supposed to help the developer do the things he's meant to do in the property that you are buying. So when you don't pay for your monthly installments, it can easily bring stress. You might end up having such as additional interest for the months you do not pay for, or you might end up losing the property completely. To avoid this, it is important you know the terms and conditions, you know your responsibility, and know that you can easily fulfill it before going ahead. If you're a first-time buyer, you've not bought real estate before, you don't know how it works, you can easily start using a payment plan option. And there are advantages of this payment plan option. You can easily key into opportunities without losing out because you are waiting to have all the bulk money at once. It also allows you to even benefit from a property you are still paying for. Because the thing about payment plan is that once you start paying on a particular price, even while the property is increasing in price, it's not going to affect you anymore. That is basically how you can take advantage of the payment plan option to own a property, specifically here in the city of Port Harcourt. Was this helpful to you? If it was, give this video a thumbs up and also share to anybody you know that is thinking about buying a property and worrying about how much it costs. If you are thinking about buying a property in Nigeria, specifically in Port Harcourt and Abuja, and you don't know where to begin, go ahead and reach out to us through the number on your screen. I will be happy to guide you through getting the best property that suits your goal and also helps you make the most return on investment. Until I come your way again, have a wonderful day, and I look forward to discussing with you soon. I will see ya.